Hey guys, metaloidmonkey here, and I'm back bringing you another Halo Wars video here. I have this one on Beasley's Plateau with Kiz. We're versing a solid session and Halo 4 blows. Now, I didn't actually decide to upload this on my own. I was actually asked during this game by Bastillaz to upload this, so I figured, hey, I may as well. I mean, he asked for it, and personally, I don't think I ever would have bothered uploading it, but I mean, if he wanted it, I may as well let him see what was going on. He actually messaged. I was confused. We had to talk to each other after the game via messages because he messaged me almost in a moment here, just at the beginning of the game, and I was just confused. It's like, wait, how did you know this game happened? Were you watching the game stats or something? I just wasn't sure. So anyways, there's the message from him, and he just wants me to upload this game. So I mean, I told him I had a few other videos that I wanted to upload before this, but I told him I'd upload it. And I guess he was just in their party during the game. So anyways, I'm having a bit of trouble with my cap card right now, but I guess that's just me being stupid and the resolution on my TV. I just haven't ever changed it. If you notice, it kind of looks grainy, there's little sparkles, not sparkles, but little, looks like there's sand on the ground, which is weird. It only really happens significantly on Beasley's. It's not even noticeable on 14. It's just the lighter colors for some reason. But I can probably just be quickly fixed with optimizing the resolution on my TV, but I just haven't really done that, and I don't know if I'm going to do that. Anyways, I'm building some suicide grunts, but I don't think I'll ever do that again on this map. I was just testing some things out this game. I figured it wasn't too much pressure or anything, so I'm just gonna unlock my grunts a bit early, go rage run to his base the rest of the way. And I see that pad over there, so I'm gonna try to stop that, but I mean, I'm a little bit late, but either way, it doesn't matter. I mean, when you go Temple second, all you need to really stop is the 5th pad. And generally Fiendish is going to be better, so right here I'm like, oh wow, I probably shouldn't have built those grunts, because he can totally cheese me right now. Totally can cheese me right now, so that's what I'm worried about, him cheesing me, because I really can't get Citadel unless I don't get Fiendish, and if I don't get Fiendish, I don't get pads up, and then he's ahead, but he's just going for my pads, so I'm relieved, and it's all good. So, I'm not sure what he did, but when you're in a Arbiter Mirror match, yeah, it looks like he did clear his hook first. When you're in an Arbiter Mirror match on close spawn, you have to go, the best thing to do is to go Temple second and go Fiendish and just go straight to their base and don't go for the hooks. Because if they clear a hook, then they're at risk of of you being able to take that hook from them for lower cost, and you'll deny the pads on their base anyway, so they're spending 200 to get pads that you would have denied off their base anyway, so it's cheap. They're spending 200 money to get the same amount of eco that you have. Sure, if your pads are getting stripped and their pads are getting stripped, they'll still have the 2 on the hook, but as far as I'm concerned, you'll still be ahead. So it looks like his cleared his hook with a reactor second or reactor third, probably reactor second, and now he's just trying to harass over there. Although, I mean, personally I think I'd rather him at my hook. Either way. So he kills my ghost here, that's unfortunate. And the thing about this map is that you really don't want to upgrade pads early. You're gonna get 1 upgraded pad max early game, and you're much better off just getting much earlier summits. And just getting, sacrificing eco to get the early summits. The faster you get your summits up, the faster you're going to get on Banshees, and Banshees are so dominant because when people have so many pads, that's why Rage isn't that great, that's why Suicide Grunts aren't that great, because when people have so many pads, sustain offense is what you really need. You can't use a form of offense that you need to continuously put money into, such as Suicide Grunts or Raging. That's why Brutes are good, and Grunts, people will use Grunts sometimes because they're sustain offense, but the thing is with the Grunts is that they'll use Grunts instead of Banshees, because if you get Grunts, because their haul builds in 30 seconds, they can go push up, stop your summit, and then they have sustain and you don't. But if you can get a summit, then summit's going to be better than a haul. And it's also that Banshees usually with Banshees you'll kill off a lot of their not hogs. With Banshees you'll kill off grunts, but you need enough. So if they're pushing before you have enough Banshees, then Hall's going to be a good idea, but not on close spawn because it's just going to get denied. You might as well try to have a pad going up. So anyways, the way you generally will work is you'll have the Unices will be having some sort of stupid hog fight over there. They may choose to come help you with the Arbiter bases, each other's Arbiter bases, but what should really happen is both Arbiters should ignore the hooks, go straight to the other Arbiter's base, because if you notice, I'm ahead of him. He grabbed a hook, I'm ahead. You just gotta, it sounds weird, but it's true, because I have the pads off his base, and he's late showing up to mine, so my pads are built. So anyways, I'm just going to keep him down while trying to get summits of my own and trying to get a turret. So usually you'll have no upgraded pads, you'll have Citadel, you'll have Fiendish, and you'll be trying to get a turret. You'll eventually get one up because one Arbiter on a base trying to deny pads isn't really going to be able to deny turrets all that well. So, I mean, unless you have your Ghost, you could keep it all down, but generally someone's going to get a turret. So when that happens, when you can't really do any significant damage other than like keeping like 1 or 2 pads down and they're on 4 pads, then you go and grab their hook, because it's good to have extra pads. Now that at the point in the game where they're not really like significantly hurting your eco, so you may as well get the pads. And if you can ever get summits up on a hook, then that's also good. You want to get your summits before they get theirs. Simple. You don't want to worry about raging stuff. You just want to hurt their eco and get summits. And if they're building a lot of suicide grunts, then just take a lot of supply pads on the hooks. Because if you're going to get a lot of supply pads, then they're spending 100 on a suicide grunt to kill a pad that costs you 100, which in other ordinary circumstances would be cost effective, because then you're not getting the income from that pad. But the income from that pad is much greater on the other maps because it constitutes a greater percentage of your economy. But if you have a lot more pads, such as in this map or on Crevice with a double base, then suicide grunts aren't going to be very good because you have all these pads, and sustain offense is the way to go when you have, because if you're continuously putting money in to do more damage, it's going to be less and less cost effective for every extra supply pad that person has. And that's why Banshees are so dominant on these maps. So I have a turret. I'm just trying to get a summit up. I had my pads upgraded there because I mean I had nowhere else to really spend my money. I'm putting a summit on the hook because I have the eco to do it. I may as well. They have the majority of the hooks, but I don't know. Well, that's because the kids lost some sort of hog fight and they were able to steal his hook with a turret. But I'm pretty far ahead of their Arbiter. Their Arbiter has 3 pads on the hooks, but I have more pads and I have a summit now. So he's pushing on my base with a few tanks, and he's got, I think he D-bombed there at the front of my base. So that's okay. I mean, I disagree with that. I would have, since you have tanks, the Arbiter isn't going to kill those in one rage hit. You can definitely wait to throw the D-bomb on that, because D-bombs don't kill bases. And I mean, even there, it's just going to hinder them more than it was helping them. So I mean, I could theoretically have recalled and raged on all the tanks, but I don't really want to rage down those tanks because I don't want to be spending that kind of money. I want to put all my money into Banshees. More Banshees I have, better hook control I have, and Banshees will just win us the game because I can kill tanks with Banshees. Much more cost effective. So, I mean, he's got no pads on his base. Sure, he's got 3 pads on the hook, but no pads on his base. So he blows up his temple because he has to try to get Citadel fast, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just going to target down his base. They have canny, we don't. So, Giz is getting outplayed, I guess. I don't know. I don't know the extent of what he was doing. I made some sort of comment to him on this map, how he always seems to fall behind. Like we had a custom game versus Loaded Shotgun, and Loaded Shotgun was a little bit ahead of him. And, I mean, 4 tanks, but he has to be going for canny now. If he doesn't go for canny now, then he is behind. I'm not sure exactly what he does. I can't really speak for that because I haven't been watching him. Could have just been lucky pathfinding stuff or randoming and, you know, silly stuff. Anyways, I think it's safe to say that I've got their Arbiter taken care of. I don't know, I don't seem to have trouble on this map. Anyways, I've got 2 pads on the hooks. One's a summit, one's a supply pad. We're slowly taking those back. We got the tank numbers. They think they have more tanks than we do. I'm almost positive they have more tanks than we do, but I have the Banshees, and at the end of the day, that's going to be the important thing. However, if in terms of having a UNSC or Covenant, if you like take some sort of, if you want to keep down one person on this map, since on single-based maps it doesn't matter all too much which one you go for, you can go for either one. So going for the guy that's on less pads is going to be the better move, because it'll be more significant damage you're going to do. Now, their Covenant had all those pads, but I can still go for the Covenant and it doesn't matter. And since he's on close spawn, that's fine. If the Covenant was on far spawn, the choice wouldn't be as clear, but I'd still go for the Covenant in this case. I just feel like if you're the Brute, you have the more of an option to do either one on this map, not on the other maps. But if you're Arbiter, you really just gotta go for the Covey, because Banshees are always a problem, so getting the early Banshee lead is just really nice. But if you have the Hogs to help you out, then you could totally jump around the map, grabbing hooks and stuff. I don't know, I just play this map quite a bit. I like it. It's just fun for me, because I feel like I'm good at it, I guess. So I'm just boosting around with some Banshees. Not much to do at this point. He's lost his base. It's kind of over. I mean, he could have tanks, but he's not. I'm at a significant enough amount of Banshees. He doesn't have a D-bomb, and if he tries to push or anything, even with a Wolf or so, I can just boost my Banshees over in Rage, and he's pushing there. He's got 5 tanks. Yeah, it's 5, or maybe 6. In the one in the Fog of War. I don't know. I'd see 5. And Kiz is about the same. He's 1 tank behind. I'm assuming that, yeah, Kiz is 1 tank behind, but I have the Banshees and the Arbiter to equalize. And he was just doing a double pump from a canny down tech off the hook, and it looks like Kiz upgraded the reactor, so I guess that was the difference. Alright, anyways, interesting game. I'll see you guys next time.